What is happening, y'all? Y'all already know. What was that? Oh, I think it was my gaff. Just slid down the trailer. We have got another Speargun. Finally, the replacement to the double roller we lost last dive season. We got a new one in this box right here. And figured I'd do an unboxing video, give y'all a rundown on the gun. I wished I did an unboxing on the last double roller I had and done a little more to cover kind of just the gun than I did. So this go around, we're gonna do that. And yeah, I am extremely excited for this. This gun came from South Africa, from Chris Coates. If you guys are in the spearfishing space, there's a good chance you know Chris or seen his videos. But yeah, he put some awesome roller guns together, and I had to get another one. If you've been following the channel for a while, I lost my last one last dive season, and I wanted to get one, a new one, ever since. I wouldn't be able to get the gun in time. It was already heating up, prime time. So I got that Koa, which is an awesome gun, beautiful. I love it. But this, I just had to get another one. So yeah, we're gonna crack this thing open. I'm gonna show y'all. Also, we do have another spear gun being built. I just thought about that. George Brown from Texas Blue Water Spearfishing just informed me that he's building a 120 inverted roller that will be, I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but he said he's making it. So we'll do another video on that. But for now, gonna crank this thing open, crack this thing open. I am extremely pumped for this. Ever since I lost the last gun, like I said, I've been wanting a new one, and this one is even cooler. You guys will see. Also, gonna be opening it with my new sword dive knife. This thing is honestly probably the sharpest dive knife I've ever gotten out of the box, if I'm not mistaken. If anything, it's extremely sharp. Looking forward to using it. If any of y'all are interested in this gun after I unbox it, I'm gonna have all the contact to Chris in the description box. If you've been following the channel, watching the videos, and you've seen that double roller that I used to use for all the big fish and clean water diving days, this is the new updated model. That last gun was the CDR 3, and I believe this is the CDR 4. All right, I'm already seeing all the shafts I ordered. Holy smokes. This is a lot of spears. Fresh, clean spears. Right off the bat, got some new load assists. We got a ton of spears. And these are new from Rob Allen. They actually have, check this out. This is what I've been waiting for years for. Shark fins. No longer are we gonna be using the notch spears. I actually was already using shark fin spears on my last double roller, but they weren't Rob Allen branded. These are the first shark fin Rob Allen spears that came out. Reason I like these, they're stronger. I had two spears with the notches snap on me on cobia in the past, so I never trusted them on chasing big fish. Like that Cubera that I shot, I made sure to use a shark fin spear, because that is a weak point if you put a notch there. But yeah, there's that. Here we've got some new slip tips. These are actually designed by Chris Coates. I think these are his first generations. Can't remember how many I got. 2 or 3 in there. Also got a fully spooled new Rob Allen reel in here. And this is the gun. Also, I didn't mention, this gun uses Rob Allen components. As I was saying, the spears, the reel, these slip tips are by Chris Coates. These are different, but this gun largely is also Rob Allen components, as you will see. If you're familiar with spearfishing guns and companies, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, you probably have no idea what I'm saying. But all right, so stoked for this. Got bands in here. One thing I love about the way Chris sets up his rollers is he has these hooks on the back. So it just hooks and is anchored on the back of your gun. If you've seen a lot of rollers, sometimes when you shoot, the bottom bands will pop off, and it's just annoying. This solves the problem. It's really sweet. When you pre-tension your gun, you hook them on, and you don't have to think about it at all. Decided to order extra bands. Really did not feel like tying extras. Tying bands is a lot of work. If you guys have ever tied your own bands, it's kind of time consuming. I actually tied new ones for the Koa today, or I shortened them up. I cut off some slack and made it tighter. All right, here we go. Holy smokes. Oh, baby. This thing is awesome. You guys might be able to tell through the bubble wrap. This is a timber edition. Carbon fiber timber hybrid. Rob Allen just started coming out with, or they just launched a timber line series. This here is along the same lines, but this is actually a custom shaped timber wing set that Chris designed for specifically shooting 8mm spears. Just to add a little more buoyancy so that gun sits in the water and is real light. All right, first impressions. Black handle, I love it. Looks really clean back here. Holy smokes. This wood is honestly nicer than I was expecting. That is sick. So sleek. Whew. I'm gonna have to keep this thing oiled up. Take good care of this. This is nice. Oh, baby, check it out. This here is the Coatsman CDR 4 Devilfish 140. We got a bump up in size. Holy smokes. Dang, that thing is light too. Got the double roller muzzle. Slightly updated from my last one. And this is a straight carbon barrel with this wood enclosing it. Hybrid style. This is awesome. You can see the channels. I'm not sure if y'all can see it. Actually, it's not as pronounced on that side, but down here, see those channels on the sides for the bands? They're gonna lay super flat. That's a tall gun. That's some good bearings right there. Well, there you go. This is the new Big Fish Cannon double roller. I could not be more stoked about this. Obviously, you guys saw the big difference with this gun. We got the wood, or they call the timber hybrid barrel. Got the updated roller muzzle, pretty much the same. This one we're gonna be shooting 14mm bands though. My last gun I was shooting 16s, but these should be smoother and they are tighter, so it should be, we'll see. I'm gonna test it in the pool, but it should be pretty similar power. We'll find out. Chris says that overall the gun performs better with these 14s. So yeah, definitely want to pool test this thing. I'm gonna do a pool test comparing this gun to my Koa 130 with 3 bands. And I really want to see what the penetration of each gun is, just to see the difference, double roller versus a 3-band gun. This is a 140, a little bit longer, but should be a pretty good, should give us a pretty good idea of power difference. Just put my first scuff on the gun. Wow. All right, reels on. Gee. Oh, baby. Look at that. And I am so pumped to try out these shark fins. And they even designed it so that this was something that irked me with shooting shark fin spears on my last double roller. All the tabs were big and the same. So when the last tab would clear the muzzle, if you staggered your bands on the shaft, the last tab would hit the front wishbone. So what I had to do was load both the bands on the back. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom out. I had to load both the bands on the back tab. So what happened was the bands did not lay flush and clean like they were supposed to. They kind of were twisted over themselves because I loaded on that back notch. Now, with this one being shorter and it being able to clear, I can stagger the bands clean and it'll look nice. You guys might notice in the videos when I'm shooting the slip tip spears, it kind of looked funky when I shot the double floppers. It looked real clean the way the bands laid. Now, that is solved. Go, quick unboxing, showing the new gun. Should be set up for anything this season. We have more than plenty. We got the Koa, that's a big gun, big 130. Got the 140 double roller now. We got the Texas Blue Water Speargun's 105 invert, as well as a 120 invert on the way. Gosh dang, we're gonna have all the gear. We're gonna be set up. We shouldn't have any shortage of guns this year. God forbid I lose another one. We're still gonna be good. But yeah, getting it all set up. Rigged up right now. Now we just gotta get out in the water. Get this new rig wet. We are waiting the first trip. I'm actually getting it loaded up here. We should have a weather window within the next day or two. So I'm getting all my gear in the boat. Loading it up from the truck. Gonna figure out where I want to put everything, what compartment and whatnot, and just get familiar with where everything is. That way, when we're out there on the water, I'm not looking for anything and I'm not trying to figure out and stash stuff. It's all set up.